So this is Fam Electric Ghost, and we're talking about our latest release on MOJOHEADZ Records, the song Wreck On VideoTape Again. Now, we previously released this song on our self-released album, A Flower That Blooms at Midnight in the Tomb. This version has been newly mastered by MOJOHEADZ and also includes a remix that MOJOHEADZ derived from the original track. So we'll keep it playing in the background. This is the original track. It's 6 minutes, 25 seconds. So this song was one of our first songs that we developed with the Teenage Engineering OPZ, which is a multimedia sequencer and synthesizer. And it has a lot of power. We were able to create the groove that you hear, primarily, again, with the OPZ. So the drums and the synthesis and the strange modulation you hear initially is all OPZ. We additionally added additional strange modulation through the Roland System 1M that we ran in LFO and some strange looping, also controlled by a BeatStep Pro. The drums and the bass and all the strange core tones are actually from the OPZ, though the System 1M has some really interesting, it sounds analog, but it's all behavioral modeling. We're excited that MOJOHEADZ has released this as of September 4th on all streaming services, YouTube, Tidal, Spotify. We have got the Spotify link here. We encourage all of our fans to check this out. Please go to Amazon and Apple and actually pay for the full download of the record. And we appreciate it if you do that. I think it's only less than $2 for the full download. And that gives us as an artist a better deal. We are excited about this release because we really believed in a lot of the tracks that were on the album Flower That Blooms at Midnight in the Tomb, which is still available on Amazon, but it's no longer on streaming services. A track from the album was called Lollipop, another track that's out there that we released through Repost by SoundCloud. But this MOJOHEADZ release is unique in that it has the remix version of the song, which was never available until now. And we just feel this is an interesting song. A little history of it is we wrote a collection of poetry back in the 90s called Cancer. And then a couple of years later, we actually were afflicted with cancer or sarcoma. But this particular song was derived from a poem from a published book called Cancer. We'll do a video podcast where we'll actually show some scenes. The full poem. We'll actually include it. We don't have a way to do that here, but it's just interesting what we were able to do. Between taking a poem from the 90s from a book we self-published, the Wreck On VideoTape, and then using the OPZ to create it, and then aligning with putting it out initially self-release, and then getting the song picked up and republished by MOJOHEADZ Records. It's a strange tale that we got to this point, and it's just a powerful process of creativity. You never know where something's going to go. You put the work in. Back in the 90s, we put the work in to create this poetry book, never knowing that we were actually going to use it for a song with one of the coolest synthesizers that ever was created, the OPZ, which is a very exciting machine to use. It's in a world where everybody's using DAWs. The cool thing about the OPZ, even though it's the size of a TV remote, is the fact that it's a hardware synth, and it's really as hardware based as a Moog. We have Moogs, we have a grandmother, but when you play with an OPZ, you have a lot of capabilities with these endless encoders. They can control the LFO, they can control the speed. You can mute and unmute tracks as you're playing or recording. You can pitch bend. You can use step components, which allow you to do very interesting changes on steps multiple step of components can really radically change the sound. So what you're hearing in this particular composition is the use of step components in real time. We took the OPZ and then real time recorded it with our Zoom R24, which gave us this kind of point in time composition that's very much, inspired by Curtis Mayfield and, Superfly and Short Eyes soundtracks, and the kind of nature of doing this really kind of groove feel based. African American musicians, we've got this kind of groove based, feel based thing going on. That I saw a documentary about Bob Marley and some of the white musicians and or producers that he worked with, or studio musicians they worked on Catch a Fire. They indicated they had to kind of pick up the feel from Bob when he would explain to them what the feel of the song is. And that's kind of like, it's a jazz, it's a hip hop, it's any African American musical composition. A lot of it is based on feel, less based on music theory. We parallel ways we apply music theory, but a lot of our theory is kind of soul based. It comes from the heart, it comes from the soul. It's groove we kind of know by the feel. But that communication through the sound is the primary means of expression. So we're thankful that this really, we work with MOJOHEADZ again, and this is out there. So check it out. Again, we interview bands on our sister program on this channel. If you're into that, send us a voice memo and or send us a direct message to our Facebook, which is Phantom Electric Ghost at Phantom Electric Ghost on Facebook. And also you can send us an email at phantomelectricghost@gmail.com if you want to be a guest. And if you want to help support us, please go out and download and buy the download version of this on Amazon or iTunes. Also download on any streaming service that you're on. Download on YouTube. Make sure you hit the PayPal me link that we're going to include and the Anchor FM support links. Thank you very much for listening and supporting Phantom Electric Ghost.
Wreck on VideoTape. What happened to the all-American girl? Wreck on VideoTape. What happened to the all-American girl? In anger, she left this world. Actions always eclipse words. Could no one feel her? Wreck on VideoTape. Like a car crash, and I saw it pass by on the interstate. Her life was fading slowly on the video. The darling like a drop so fast, as if she wanted to take a flight. Taking automatic, cold hard kill. Take it on. Wreck on VideoTape. Oh, wreck on VideoTape. Wreck on VideoTape. It looks like we made it through the gate. What happened to that all-American girl? And anger is she had left this world. Actions always eclipse the word, and no one could feel her. What happened to that all-American girl? And anger she left this world. Crashing past on instinct. What is there about in this? They're afraid of you. that you came out to sleep. The wreck on videotape. You can say it's all about the hey baby. The wreck on videotape. You can say it's all about the baby. They could say it's not pain not to wreck. No, that you're really gonna fade. It's not fade. Don't know your place. Feel, even feel the other fade. What happened to all American girl? An angry she left this world. Like a car crash, slowly pass by the interstate, and always too late.